Hey, Modern Math teacher, welcome to today's episode where we're talking about the lesson design hack that saves time and increases student engagement. Listen, my friend, what if there was a way to make every lesson more engaging without spending hours and hours creating something new? Today, on this episode of Poolside PD, I'm sharing my favorite lesson design shortcut. It's called the reality check. It is a simple way to make sure every unit, project, lesson, or activity hits that sweet spot of being real, relevant, and rigorous. If you have ever found yourself wondering whether your lesson design is really going to stick with your students, this is the framework that will work for you. Are you up for it? Let's do this. Okay, you guys. So, first up, what the heck is the reality check? Let me break this down for you. It's pretty simple. It's my go to framework for when I'm planning a new project milestone, a daily warm up, a full lesson, or, when I need to fix a lesson that has flopped. The reality check means every experience should be real, relevant, and rigorous. Real. Would someone actually do this in real life? Is this grounded in a real world task? Yes or no? Relevant. Does it connect to my students' lives? Whether that's their interests, their identities, their aspirations, their future goals, how can I make sure that this lesson is going to be relevant for my students? And rigorous. I don't want to waste my time with fluff and stuff. Okay, my friend, does this meet the intent of the standard? Whether that's modeling, conceptual understanding, procedural skills, application based. I want to make sure that the learning we're doing in my classroom is meeting the full intent of the standard because ain't nobody got time to be messing around with fluffy math. Okay. Bonus, if you do these, you do not have to do all three of them every single day. But over the course of a week or a unit, you should absolutely be checking all of those boxes multiple times. Okay. So remember your lessons, activities, units, you want to make sure that you are incorporating one at least each time, real, relevant, and rigorous. Now, let me share a real life example with you. Let's say you're talking about how to teach students to graph quadratic functions. Here's like a default lesson for you. You give them an equation. They use their procedural skills to find the vertex and the axis of symmetry, maybe even plot a few extra points. Meh, that's just it's fine. It is what it is, right? You've done the goal. You have shown them how to graph. But let's give this a reality check. Real. Is that real? Not yet. So, in the real world, we're not just graphing things for fun. But if we reframe this as modeling a rocket launch or analyzing a ball toss or the kendama, like I mentioned in episode 110, that's a real task because it's something that they can see and they can see the value. And you really do need to know how high that's going to go, right? Is this relevant? As it stands, absolutely not. But there are some quick ways that I could fix it to make it more relevant. I could add in student names, their locations, their interests. Like I said, we were talking about the kendama. So my student, let's call him Dave. Dave loved the kendama, and so Dave was constantly flipping that thing in there. That's how I brought quadratics to life for that group of students because it was unique to them. They were obsessed with the kendama. I made it connect. Okay. That's the relevant part there. Rigorous. We want to make sure that we're still solving, we're still graphing, we're still interpreting, all aligned to the standard, but in this new real or relevant context. Okay. If you want to take this even deeper, you can pair this with the craft prompt framework that I share. Teaching you how to write better prompts to use AI smarter, not harder. It'll help you write engaging lesson prompts using AI. It's how I streamline this whole process, especially when I'm short on time. Make sure you can get access to these things linked in our show notes. Now, why does this work? This is because you are not going to reinvent the wheel. You are just going to upgrade what you already have. You've done these lessons before, or maybe it's a new curriculum and you've never done them before, but you don't want them to flop and you want to make sure that your students are excited and energized by it. So, if you want your students to buy in faster because they can see themselves in the work, you've got to give your stuff a reality check. Whether you're going to drop that PDF into your favorite AI of choice, mine is ChatGPT, and say, hey, how can I make this real, relevant, rigorous? That's a simple way to do it. Or you can get my PDF downloads and get the framework straight from me to help you with this in no time. This framework work because it creates more of those aha moments because the learning is connected across the unit. Just like I said in last episode, where we want to have those anchor activities and we want to have those really rich and engaging warm ups. Giving your lesson a reality check is going to make that thread tying even more possible because you'll continue to go back to those and pull out either the real moments from it or make it relevant again to your students, or you're going to make sure that you're focusing on the rigor. But again, it's going back to those moments that have already existed in your classroom. Okay. And most importantly, the reality check works because you're setting yourself up with a consistent routine. Again, that's going to make lesson planning easier, not harder. Okay. This is how we plan smarter and increase engagement all at the same time. Now, if you want to get started with this, I want you to think about one lesson that you've already taught. Okay, so one lesson from this past year that you've already taught, or if you're still teaching or you're working through summer school, think about one coming up this week and run it through the reality check. Is this lesson real? Is this lesson relevant? And is it rigorous? Then tweak just one of those three aspects to hit one of the three R's. Okay. If you want some help doing that, go ahead and DM me on Instagram or hit me up in our Facebook group, the Modern Math Teacher Facebook group. And I'm happily going to give your lesson a reality check right alongside you. Okay. You do not have to do this alone. If you want to use a reality check lesson and you want done for you warm ups, project ideas, anchor tasks, and more that already follow the reality check framework, come check out the Modern Math Teacher membership before doors officially open. Inside, I'm going to walk you through how to design these kinds of lessons and give you ready-made ones you can start using immediately, okay? So my friends, you don't need more time. You need a better structure. Okay. The reality check isn't just a planning tool, it is a mindset shift. So the next time you plan a lesson or reflect on one that flopped, give it a quick reality check. If you want to get started right away, it is part of the early access exclusive inside the Modern Math Teacher membership. Early access has opened up just for my listeners. Join today, download your quick guide to creating real, relevant, rigorous lessons that work, plus get access to the full video training all about creating the reality check style of lessons. Binge and create your first lesson plan in like 20 to 45 minutes, okay? All right, you guys, that's it for this poolside PD. Until next time, keep it real, keep it relevant, keep it rigorous, and I'll see you in the next one.